Hey everyone, Creatively Cara here, and my channel is all about taking you along on my creative journey with me. Today, we're going to be taking the next step in my creative journey, and that is digital art. Now, I've been doing digital art for a little over a month now, actually. I finally have dived deep into it, and I'm loving it so much, and I'm ready to start sharing that with you all here on YouTube. I created a different Instagram account. It's called Cara-Designs. You can follow me there if you'd like to join me on this journey a little bit further with my digital art. Right now I've just created some portraits, which I love doing, but I hope to explore and do animals and landscapes and really just all kinds of digital art. I'm really excited. So today we're going to be using my September theme, the Scrabble tile theme, with some roses or florals here. Now I'm going to create both of these spreads digitally and basically turn them into a phone or tablet wallpaper. So that's what I'm going to start off with, and I hope that you enjoy this. I will share those wallpapers on my Patreon page. Now keep in mind my Patreon is very new. I have not set up any expectations for it yet, so it's really just a place for me to share my digital files for you to get access to them. If you want to donate a little bit of money, I would greatly appreciate it, but as of right now, I'm just sharing these items to you for free. So I will link to my Patreon page down below so you can get access to these wallpapers for free. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to be using my iPad and Procreate. Now, just so you can get a little sneak peek here, these are some of the pictures I've been working on. This is my most recent one, but I've been having so much fun creating these characters, and I honestly cannot wait to continue and do more. This is actually a little self-portrait I did of myself that I used for my profile picture over on Instagram. But what we're going to be doing today is working on this wallpaper. Now, this won't be a Procreate tutorial, but I will be sharing my process of how I use Procreate as I am creating these two spreads. So you noticed here that I did just draw my colors on the canvas itself. Sometimes this is easier to do because you can just press and hold over the color and that automatically changes your default brush color. So it's a little bit faster than creating a palette. Then when I went to create my squares here, I should have put the color in before I copied and pasted the square a million times, but I didn't. So, you know, I had to drag and drop a million times. But anyways, that's all the technical stuff. Let's talk a little bit more about what we're doing here. As I mentioned, I've been getting more into digital art, and I thought this would be a nice way to kind of start showing you guys how I'm doing some of this work and my journey with it. So I might try and start doing this every month with my bullet journal theme, so let me know if you enjoyed this or what your favorite part was in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your feedback on this. I ended up buying my iPad back in September of last year, so I've actually had it for probably about a year now, and I have just now been getting into digital art, and it kind of makes me sad, but at the same time, it took a lot of courage for me to start doing it. So I guess my word of advice to you right now is just, you know, if you've been thinking about doing digital art or trying something like bullet journaling, anything of that sort, you know, just start is really the biggest thing. I'm really actually hoping to make another video about my digital art and kind of the journey I've been on so far with what I've been creating. It's been a huge learning experience for me, but I've seriously enjoyed the process so far. Now, I do want to start creating more digital wallpapers. I think the wallpapers is a really awesome way to provide content for all of you and have fun myself as well. So I'm starting off with this to see how things go. This is my first time doing this, so I'm still trying to figure out the sizes and how to make all of that work. You know, tablets and phones all have kind of different screen sizes and resolutions, so I'm sorry if this doesn't quite work out for you. I am working on figuring that all out, but I think it's an amazing process and an amazing thing to be able to have. I will note that I ended up actually going back through and changing this a little bit. So you might notice that the final product looks a little different than what you see I'm doing here right now, but overall it's about the same. I just had to adjust some of the letters and things like that to make it fit better, because I realized I couldn't quite put things all the way out to the edge because of the differences in screen sizes. Sometimes those items get cut off. So yeah. Now, one of my favorite things to do in Procreate when it comes to like journaling is creating digital washi tape, or really just digital stickers in general, but it's so much fun. Yeah, you can kind of play around with it in the different brushes, but I really like how this all turned out, honestly, and I'm excited to use it on my phone for the rest of September. And it's nice to play around with the background. I didn't want to leave it quite white because I felt like that was too much. So doing the light pink made a big difference, I think. Then I wanted to do the quote page. And after I did the cover page, this went much, much faster. So I think I got the hang of things and how I was doing it. And that honestly is kind of how it goes when it comes to digital art, is it just takes a minute to catch on. I'm going back through to fix my handwriting in this a little bit. My handwriting in the digital format is not great. So yeah, I did fix that one up as well, just to make it a little bit more cleaner in case this is the one you want for your background on your phone. Okay, so this circle, I tried like 10 different times and I could not get it the right shape. So I guess that's the beauty of digital art, because I can just go undo when you're doing it in your bullet journal. It's not as easy. I actually think I managed to get it perfect on my first try when I did it in my September playing with me. So that was pretty cool. But digitally, it's a different story. Plus, I was able to edit the lines a little bit because I didn't quite get it exactly how I wanted it. Again, coming in to make the vines and flowers here was so much faster this time around. I think it's because I realized I needed to just increase the brush thickness. And two very simple flowers. I just wanted to do a 5-stem flower along with this rose-like flower as well. And the details of this is very simple. That's honestly my bullet journaling style, and mostly artistic style. I haven't quite gotten into these super detailed things. I am working on that, but I liked, especially when it comes to my bullet journal, I like to keep things a little bit more simplistic, because for me, if I make it too artsy, it makes it really hard for me to keep up with my bullet journal or want to. It really, I guess, depends on my mood, but I definitely prefer to keep things a little bit more minimal or simplistic when it comes to the art side of things. So recreating these florals is actually fairly easy. You just lay down the background first, and then you can take a black pen and go over it with the finer details. And when it comes to the rose, it's just a matter of going back and forth, drawing squiggly lines, kind of in a curved C shape almost, but doesn't have to be a perfect C either. So yeah, very easy process there. And then on the dark pink flower, I just outlined each of the petals and then did a little black squiggly in the center. Simple as that. Here's a close-up of those roses so you can see how I do those details a little better. But I did have the cursive words highlighted, so I added that touch into it, as well as added a little bit of a light pink background to this one as well. Overall, I absolutely love how these turned out, and I cannot wait to share them with you. Be sure to head over to my Patreon page to grab your free download of these wallpapers. I thank you all so much for taking the time to watch my video today. If you liked what you saw, make sure you hit that like button down below, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Until next time, bye-bye!